Tell you what, let's close out this chapter with something that's really kind of cool. It's not new, but it's a very useful part of Adobe Illustrator, and that is the ability to generate multiple artboards. Do not think of artboards as pages. That's InDesign. That's Microsoft Word. Before Illustrator came out, I was an illustrator, and I worked on an artboard. That's kind of what this is. So what we're going to do, go File, New. Let's call this document Stationery. Our profile will be print, and we're going letter size. Let's go to inches, and that, of course, would be 8.5 by 11. Here's my plan. I want 3 artboards in this particular Illustrator document. The first one will be for a letterhead. Just a really nice letterhead that I can print out and then write on my stationery. The second one is going to be an envelope that's all custom, really pretty, that I can print out to mail out my custom letterhead. And the third one, for this is kind of like for a promotion, it's going to be a little business card that I can insert in. I want all 3 of those in this document. So I'm going to go up to Artboards right here and go 1, 2, 3. These buttons tell how they are configured. I like to go left to right, arrange by row. So that's what I'm going to do. Spacing is how much space between each one, and that's fine, a 0.28 of an inch. Click OK. And there they are. Now remember, one of those is the right size already. It's going to be my letterhead. But the other 2 need to be changed. In order to modify or do anything to an artboard, you need the Artboard tool. Makes sense? It's right over here, this baby right there. Go ahead and select it, and our stuff lights up. Now, the only thing I want to change on this one, I want to change the name, and you can do that. So I'm going to come up here to the word Artboard 1, and we'll call that letterhead, just like that. This one here needs to be a different size. And the size I want is basically the size of a standard envelope that I would mail my letterhead in. And according to inches, that would be, and over here is our width and height. Go into width and change the width to 8.625. So it's got enough room for the envelope and to fit in. For this one over here on inches, it should be 3.625. There you go. And also, this is an envelope. There, and we can go ahead and move it up here. Okay, we've got that one named. Let's go ahead and select Artboard 3. That's going to be a business card. Let me say one thing about business cards that has nothing to do with Illustrator, but I think is important because I deal in marketing. Business cards in inches measured, common, 3.5 by 2. That's a standard business card. You see the fancy ones all the time. They're round. Hey, look at my business card. It looks like a dog barking. They'll never make it to the desk of the business person that you wanted to see. Why? They'll never make it into the Rolodex of the person you're trying to give it to, or the system that they use to keep them, because it's the wrong shape. Studies have shown, although they are attention getters, they never get saved, mainly because they're the wrong size. Be creative with the card, but stick to 3.5 by 2. So let's go ahead and go in here, and we'll go 3.5. Just press the Tab key and go into 2. And let's go ahead and rename Artboard 3 to Business Card. And we can go ahead and move that over here just to kind of put all of them together. Now, what did we do before we had this feature? Well, we created 3 Adobe Illustrator files. It wasn't the end of the world. There are a lot of advantages to creating one document with a bunch of artboards in it. We'll talk more about printing in that later. But creating multiple artboards in Adobe Illustrator is a great way to consolidate the stuff you're working on, keep it all together, and get you more efficient. On to the next.